Salute to my bro Skywalker. What's good, Skywalker? My bad. I was looking for something. I don't see that shit. I don't see Skywalker. What's good with it, bro? Appreciate you sliding through. You know, I had to do a recap about these fights last night. Got some mixed react on the side job, installing the door and the sliding glass door. Nice. Don't work too hard, Brody. Johnny Q, salute my bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. You know, we're gonna get into these fights from last night. Got some mixed reactions, man. Some people feel like I don't know what's good with it, bro. What's good with you? Hope you enjoyed your born day too, bro. Definitely hope you enjoyed it more than I enjoyed that trilogy last night. That fight got on my nerves last night, man. I almost fell asleep a little bit. And I don't never do that. That shit had me tired. The last couple rounds, I'm just like, man, what's going on? What is these dudes doing, bro? They made us boxing crazy, or they really made us wait years for that. Man, yo. Canelo was selling all these wolf tickets about how he wanted to knock out. And this dude getting there, and they both look average. I don't care what nobody say. Them two dudes both look shitty. Average as hell to me. They look like two dudes that's past their primes, both of them. I think they both passed their prime. Canelo won, but he left a lot to be desired. He could have did a lot more with that version of Triple G. And that's what let me know. The fact that fight played out the way it did let me know they're a lot closer in terms of like in physical prime than people think, man. Everybody was, and I ain't gonna say everybody, a lot of people was picking Canelo to knock Triple G out. And I said it all along, he was gonna win on points, a decision. I knew he wasn't getting no knockout. He ain't come close to getting a knockout. Heavy Bag was good with it, bro. Appreciate you slide through. Man, yo, the zone called Canelo. Oh shit, they did. A 12-round masterclass, but get the hell out of here, yo. They bogus, man. They bogus. My question is, man, was anybody impressed with this fight? Because I wasn't. They tripping, man. That's damn sure wasn't no masterclass, and I'm disappointed. Did y'all hear Golovkin yell? They asked Golovkin what he think about the fight. He said, "Come on, guys, come on, guys. This is a high level boxing. Like high level boxing, my ass. You gonna get out of here? Nobody. What happened to the big drama show, y'all? Do he even say that anymore? Like, whatever happened to that? I don't hear that shit no more. So when you go up against Canelo, the big drama show go out the window, and all of a sudden it's high level boxing. All right, whatever. Sell that shit to somebody else. In other words, you knew you lost. That's what that was. That was some high level boxing. Get your ass. You got a high level ass whooping. Limit fights were better than the main card, in my opinion, man. Say, man. I just wasn't impressed, and this ain't no tearing down the Canelo as a fighter or nothing like that. Realistically, like I felt like he could have did a lot more, and he talked a good one. Like remember, he sold us. I mean, well, he tried to sell people on the knockout. Go Flow was good with it. He said I was impressed as much as I was impressed with the build-up. I feel you, bro. It just ain't do it for me. It didn't do it. Alex was good. Alex. I really think Canelo wrist was injured and he burnt out. I think he's out until next September. Yo, they crazy. Hey, yo, I'm sorry, y'all. Mr. Chop Top was good, bro. He said it was a good fight. I'm gonna say this, like, do y'all think it lived up to the expectations of what a trilogy is, though? That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I expected more. I'm sorry. I honestly did. I mean, Triple G. Oh man, yo, G40, yo, Father Time is undefeated, y'all. Triple G looked like a dude that was way past. He looked like a dude that's past his prime, yo, to me last night. And you know what? Last night fight, his Triple G performance, and not saying they fight alike, but his performance reminded me of Luis Ortiz's performance against Andy Ruiz. It's like you see that he still got something there, but he don't got enough to be able to beat the top level guys no more. Like Triple G is, I never thought I'd be saying this, but Triple G, yo, if he continue his career, he fooled. He fooled. Oh well, yeah. You know, I'm not too hung up on it, but I'm just gonna still call it out because, again, man, this fight, they try to tell us this fight was bigger than Spence and Bud. You know what I'm saying? So you know, the consensus out there is the way they try to build these fights and blow them up and overstate how good they are. I'm here to put it in perspective. I don't think that fight lived up to a trilogy. Like, you get what I'm saying? It didn't look like round 25 on. Like, it's just like two dudes that respected each other. And Canelo seemed like, even though he was winning, he was playing it a little safe. He seemed like he could have went for it more. Gennady Golovkin just couldn't pull the trigger last night. Yeah, well, I say a lot of fights don't live up to the expectations. But then again, only when the expectations of the fight are unrealistic. You get what I'm saying? Now, to think that this fight was going to be better than what I think, like, what I'm saying is they would, you know what I mean when I say they, media, will have you believe that this is a more entertaining and intriguing fight. This trilogy is more entertaining and intriguing than a Spence Bud one. You get what I'm saying? And it's just not. So that's where I'm going with it. So that if you see where I'm looking at it, if it's EJ and Bud fight happening, I don't think it's gonna be great like what we expected it to be. I do. I think EJ and Bud definitely gonna live up. Long as they don't overplay their hand and make people wait too long for it. Wilder versus Fury is the best trilogy of the decade. That's a fact. Triple G versus Canelo did not come nowhere near close to Wilder versus Fury trilogy. That's a fact to me too. It just didn't. And I'm talking about in terms of activity and excitement. Like, it just didn't do it. It didn't do it. Those dudes, man. Average at best, yo. I'm telling you, Canelo should have did a lot more. He looked lazy to me, and both of those dudes look like they fooled. And it just, I think it's real to say that Triple G ain't look good at 68 either. Let's keep that in mind. Now, I'm not gonna blame it on the weight either, but he just didn't look good adjusting to that 68 at all, man. My bad, bro. Man, he fought the same way Kovalev fought Canelo. Yeah, yo, you make a good point. Go flow. That's a fact. That's exactly how he fought. Yeah, one good round in 9, but championship rounds died out. And even in those, the championship rounds was as competitive as what they was because Canelo got tired down the stretch, as he usually do. It looked like he got tired, and it looked like it allowed Gennady to hang around even more. Like, I just didn't see a lot that I could walk away from. Like, that shit just left a lot to be desired. The first 2 fights was definitely way better, man. Like, this one right here, man, it ain't do it for me. Expectations, man, I don't know. That brings me to my next question, man. So what y'all think, man? Y'all think this was a legacy fight or a money grab? Because, again, you got Triple G made $20 million. They was clear about that. And Canelo made 45. And to me, once Triple G went down a few rounds, I say after the first, say 4 or 5 rounds, they just had him down all the rounds. He just looked like he was doing just enough to compete, to not say he gave up. You get what I'm saying? Triple G did not fight like a person that was trying to win, is what I'm saying. And they could say whatever they want. Canelo did not fight like the guy that was coming for a knockout, like he was selling us at all. He got up in there and he was friendly as hell, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, he was cautious. I don't know why, because Gennady Golovkin would not pull the trigger at all, man. Facts, Johnny, is a money grab for both of them, man. You seen all that hugging and embracing they did? And yeah, I'm going to call it out, man. I don't give a damn what they say. I ain't going to say they threw the fight, but Triple G, his moniker, his whole shit, his career been big drama show. Remember, he'd be calling for that. Come on, guys, you want real fight, real this, real that. Well, what the hell was that last night? Where was this big drama show and energy? I didn't see that from neither one of these weird ass dudes. I didn't see no big drama show from Triple G. Know what I'm saying? I didn't see Canelo coming like he was trying to knock this dude out. Maybe early a little bit, but to me, he was just swinging to, throwing caution to the wind, swinging too hard and missing. Triple G was slipping a lot of them big shots early. Lady, do appreciate you for stopping through. Don't work too hard. Demetrius, right? What's good with it, my bro? Appreciate you for sliding through. You see how friendly they was after the fight? Embracing, all that embracing? Come on, man. That shit was about money. That shit was not about legacy. What was legacy about this fight? Because ain't nobody even asked for it. It would have been more. It would have been, I understand the first fight was a draw, which it really wasn't. Triple G should have won. That's why it would have made more sense if Triple G would have got the first one, Canelo would have got the second one, and then whatever happened in this third one, that would have been better. But the fact that it was a draw and then you lost, ain't nobody really care about the third fight, and definitely not no 3 years later. And did he? I think it might be safe to say, man, he successfully aged. He might have successfully aged Triple G out. And he mentioned that. Triple G mentioned that. He mentioned something about how long it took for this fight to happen again. And he on to something. He know, man, they waited till you was nice and old. You know what I mean? The power, like, it's crazy. Neither one of those dudes look like they hit each other with nothing that hurt each other that night. Like, it just didn't. Like, I ain't even see the crazy body work that Canelo usually do. You just wasn't seeing it, man. He was hitting a lot of hips, man. He was hitting a lot of hips and the side of Triple G. He wasn't a lot of them shots was hitting bouncing off his hips, man. I don't see it here. Anybody say it was supposed to be a great belt. It was Canelo and GGG did they thing. Oh, you said you don't see anybody say it was supposed to be great. I mean, shit. Again, it all depends on what you've been consuming. That's how we all get to different points. Like, for example, maybe your thought process is you feel like nobody said it was going to be great. But to me, for them to say, and they was pushing this narrative that this fight is bigger than EJ and Bud, like I'm saying, this is why that's what I'm holding that to that standard. Because to me, it's going to be hard for somebody to make me believe that when they get in the ring, especially if they don't overplay it, that fight ain't going to deliver and be much more better than this trilogy. So again, the standard in my mind is high when they say it's going to be better than Bud and EJ getting in there for the first time. Like this trilogy, that's why this need to happen. This is a bigger fight than that. So to me, I don't think so. And, to make my point, we're going to have to see Bud and EJ get in there. And I think when we see that fight, people going to see what I was saying. That fight is a much better fight than this trilogy for several reasons, man. But for one of the biggest main reasons, you know what I mean? For one, everything on the line. These dudes both still undefeated as opposed to those dudes both having losses. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? It's the biggest fight damn near you can make right now. And I just think those two dudes, given their attitudes and temperaments and how they want to be great, they don't have a choice but for that fight to turn out great. Like, despite whoever win and lose, it's going to be a great fight. Seeing Canelo fight GGG last night, I still don't understand how Plant didn't beat Canelo. Make you wonder, right? Make you wonder a little bit, right? Make you wonder, right? Plant ain't had that chin Triple G got. I see what you're saying. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. So I don't want to bash on the fight, but I just, like, I got a steady dose of, and then remember, we had Mustard. We knew this fight was coming down the pipe for a while. So the thought process was there's more money in this fight, and this is a better fight. This is why we need to see this trilogy over EJ and Bud. Ain't no money in that fight. Money or not, I know when them two dudes get in there, both undefeated, what their careers, records, resume, reputation, undisputed, all that shit on the line, is just gonna make for a great fight. Unlike this one where Triple G had to be dragged up a weight class. He didn't adjust. He didn't look good. His body didn't look bad, but he didn't perform well. And then Canelo, to me, his performance, he won, but he didn't do anything spectacular. He didn't have no real moments where he's like, oh shit, he really putting it on him. He didn't go for it in there. He was selling us a knockout, but got in there and just boxed this dude and, you know, just got through the fight. I'm telling you, Triple G, he was not able to do nothing with him. It was like he would not pull the trigger. When I see a guy like that, fights, yeah. So again, man, like I know how to enjoy the action because I'm an advocate of that. I always speak about how you gotta enjoy the action, but this fight to me really was underwhelming, is what I'm saying. Like I don't want to shit on it, but yeah, both of these dudes either could have did more or should have did more. I felt like Canelo could have did more and Gennady should have did more. You get what I'm saying? Canelo did enough to win. Gennady did enough to compete and last. You know what I'm saying? And go to 12 the distance. Like that dude was not throwing. What was he doing in there? Y'all, that boy threw 398 jabs and that's it all night and about 3.5 right hands. I'm like, what the hell? Like, how you gonna hurt this dude with all jabs? Although your jab was effective, but no other punch was Gennady Golovkin able to really get on track. No other punch. That shit was crazy, man. Might put Canelo back in my top 10 pound for pound. You serious? I didn't know if you was serious or not. I said you gonna put him back in there after this win. Oh man, he on borrowed time too. He got to show us something because that was 2 fights in a row. He took fights he wanted. Now give us what we want. You know what I'm saying? He said he gonna put him back in the top 10. No, got to at least beat Charlo, David, or Boo Boo. Be in the top 10 in my opinion, or beat better BF. And I know he don't want that hospital visit, Johnny. Know he don't want that hospital visit because that's what better be at it be for him at this point. So you just brought me to my next question, man. Canelo is now because you said Benavidez, it just made me think. So now is Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez a 50-50 fight still? After this win last night over G40? I wonder, do people still feel like this is a 50-50 fight? Because I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. The version of Canelo Alvarez that was in the ring last night gets beat up by David Benavidez, and kind of bad too. He might get embarrassed. That guy that I've seen for the last 2 fights will not knock out a David Benavidez, in my opinion. He won't at all, unless David Benavidez got a glass chin or something that we don't know about. Them last 2 performances, and I ain't want to jump the gun after the Bivol performance. I started thinking about how that Benavidez fight is a little more closer than what people think. Then you got in here with a guy that was definitely past it, over the hill, couldn't execute, couldn't pull the trigger. He was second guessing himself. He just wouldn't let his punches go. He rarely ever threw combinations. All he did was jab. This dude threw 368 jabs for 12 rounds. Y'all, that's all he did, y'all. Threw a jab. So after and then so he beat. You lose the Bivol, you beat Golovkin, but in both fights, I just wasn't impressed. So you lost, I definitely wasn't impressed. Then you won, and I still wasn't impressed. So I feel like those 2 performances are the reason. I feel like him and Benavidez getting in there is a lot closer than what people think. A lot closer. Charlo might be the best option for Canelo, and I'm starting to think that fight is more competitive too now. All this here, just get in there and knock Charlo out. I doubt it. Show me that, and Triple G took some shots from him. I ain't saying he ain't land nothing. Like, he obviously won the fight. It's hands down he won the fight. Damn near dominated. It was like a 10-2 type, 11-1 type deal. Damn near, you know what I'm saying? Eddie says they'll do Bivol rematch in May if Canelo is healthy. I think they lying. I think so, because when they asked him about it, like he gave you a quick yeah, and then he followed that up with telling you he taking a break. He not getting in there with Bevel. He not getting in there with Bevel again. I doubt it, yo. And then maybe if he think beating a Golovkin at 40 mean he's gonna beat Bevel, he gonna lose again, yo. That performance is very similar. Like Bevel would have beat that guy that was in the ring last night, hands down. Like I don't think nobody can see that any differently. He didn't improve nowhere. He did nothing spectacular. This is why I be so critical of Canelo if people don't understand, because for years I've heard people try to peg him as the face of boxing. That shit is annoying. And then when he get in there and he have a performance that's don't live up to his expectation or don't live up to the billing, then people got like excuses for him, or you know what I mean, they coming to the rescue. Nah, man, this dude, it's okay, man. He's a really good fighter, yo, but he's not the face of boxing because he get paid a lot. He actually got to be, you got to be that guy in there. You got to be willing to take on any and all comers. Until I get to a point in boxing while this dude is competing, where I'm no longer hearing that being pushed as something that people are saying, face of boxing, King Nello, all this shit, then I'll stop holding him to the standard. But until then, I'm going to continue to hold this dude to a standard that time and time again, he keep getting opportunity after opportunity to prove himself, to actually live up to the standard that they want to bill him as, and he don't do it. Then when he don't do it, you call him out. People interpret that as hate. It's not hate. It's just I expect more from this quote unquote face of boxing. People be running around calling this guy their king and all types of weird shit like that. Nah, man, he's supposed to do a lot more to this old Triple G. I want to knock him out. I want to do this. I'm going to knock him out this time. Boy, you threw some hard punches early on, but you was getting them shit slipped. That you was fighting like an amateur. It was the first couple rounds was very reminiscent of when he fought Bevel, just throwing a bunch of hard ass shots and getting them slipped. Tell me it wasn't. This is dude. That was what was that? His 62nd fight or some shit like that. 63rd. One of them shits. This dude got 60 plus fights, man, and still fighting like that. Canelo already ruled out Mexican fighters up, so David and Zurdo's out of the question. He said Boo Boo will never get the fight, so Charlo's the only man left. And that's, again, you cannot be the man. You can't be the quote unquote face when you are ducking smoke, saying you won't fight Mexicans when you know you got a guy in your division that just had two back-to-back title eliminators. He on your ass. You got his belt, so you should want smoke with him. You should. I know why David won his belt back and the rest of them shits with it. So it's like you're not gonna fight none of these dudes, and then you're not gonna fight Charlo either. I really want to see the rest of his career play out, yo. That dude just ain't what they bill him as. He a good fighter, but he limited right now. And I'm thinking he less in his prime than what people think too. Jamal Charlo is almost on the tour. What would you guys do him versus Canelo right away, or have him do one fight first? I mean, being that he's been off that much, I wouldn't mind seeing it. I wouldn't mind seeing him get a get back fight to shake the rust off and get back in there. But if fighting him now is the only way he could get the fight, then I say take that shit now and still bet on yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the last two performances from Canelo, that don't scare me for Jamal Charlo. I'm sorry, man. And this is the guy, and again, like they're banking on him knocking these guys out, man. I don't know, man. I think Charlo will give him a tough time. I think Charlo, man, I still think I'm leaning towards Charlo beating his ass, man. I'm telling you. That dude's staying away from them for a reason, man. And it's time for people to just see it as for what it is, man. He's staying away from certain styles of fighters because I think him and his team know where he is physically limited, and they refuse to take a risk right now. Like it's no disrespect to the sport of boxing or Triple G. He took the safest of the risks, y'all. He already had 24 rounds with him, and a much older guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do y'all see the play? He back-to-back picking people. Nobody asked for Bevel. He fought that. All right, cool. We passed that. He fought Triple G. We didn't ask for that. 40 years old, even Triple G know what they just did, bro. It's a reason they didn't fight him back-to-back. And remember when Canelo was saying after the second fight he wouldn't fight him again? He said this. People need to start asking questions instead of just praising him. Why did he fight him again then? Why did he fight him again? I wonder if he beat Bevel, would he had still fought Golovkin? Because this was definitely like an insurance, you know what I mean? an insurance plan just in case it don't go well against Beetle. So that goes south. So at least you got 40-year-old Golovkin to go beat up on. That's exactly what this is, man. That dude don't look the same, and they know that. They know that. They wouldn't beat up on an old man Golovkin, bro. That's all that was, man. My bad, y'all. I was responding to a text. And then, you know, I keep hearing these rumors saying he's telling, you know, Charlo and Benavidez they getting knocked out next. All right, show me, because you ain't even knock out G40, and you said you wanted to knock him out, and y'all ain't see that energy in there. You ain't execute like a dude that was trying to get a knockout. You look like you tried hard early. You tired down you slowed down in the middle rounds, and then got a little tired down, you know, toward the back end of the fight. That's how you fought, man. That's how that dude be fighting. Manny was good with it, bro. Appreciate you sliding through. Canelo, the path of least resistance champ. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I did that live a couple days ago, because somebody tried to say he had the best run to undisputed in boxing history. I'm like, man, y'all just be saying anything, man. What's good with you, bro? I'm good over here, man. I'm just doing a little quick recap of these fights last night. Had to get to this Canelo shit because that fight just was underwhelming. He could have did a lot more. Triple G should have did more, and Canelo could have did more, but he didn't. He was just cool with winning. And Triple G, for the first time in his career, like he was cool with just not getting knocked out, because he fought every round the same. It's similar to how Canelo fought a 12-round fight against Bivol and didn't make one single adjustment. Triple G turned around, fought this trilogy, and didn't make one single adjustment in 12 rounds. He continued to jab, more jabs, jab, and more jabs. I ain't never seen no shit like that. That's how you know when a guy is past it, when they second guessing themselves and not pulling the trigger. That version of Triple G need to retire before he get himself hurt. I'm telling you, because I never thought I'd be saying this, but as of right now, if we talking about the top level for Triple G, he is food. And he gonna go right back to beating up these low-level guys, man. Watch, I can guarantee that. You gonna go, you feel me? He gonna go right back. He gonna go right back to beating on these low-level dudes. This body anyway. Yeah, he looks great against B+ fighters and looks horrible against A and A+ fighters. You know it. That was the reason why he won't get his ass in there. Yeah, they don't want nothing to do with Andre, and that's why I say you call him a horrible fighter, but then you fought. Look how he just fought. Look how he just fought this fight right here. But Andre, the horrible fighter. Now we got to see Canelo, right? His last two fights went the distance. He 1-1 in his last two fights, in his last 24 rounds. You telling me you seen anything in them 24 rounds that Andre can't deal with? Get what I'm saying? Ain't no way he fuck around and get his ass beat, man. Who can Golovkin cash out with at 160? Now 40-41, Jaime Munguia? No, because Jaime Munguia is the king of beating and fighting low-level opposition. They ain't put him in there with nobody no time soon. It's so bad with Jaime Munguia, Alex. I really read an article that said their plans is to get his record up to like 40 something and some shit like that with Jaime Munguia. So just trust me, whatever that number is, I forgot what the exact number was. It was in the 40s. Just know he ain't there yet. So just don't expect Jaime Munguia to take no real chance until he at least get to 40+ fights, like they said in that article, unless he's forced to fight somebody good. Other than that, he gonna continue to pad his record pretty much how Zordo was doing. Zordo be doing that. He been doing it. Golovkin, I don't know, Alex. He look like he might be fooled he might be fooled now. I think he gonna go back down to 160 after this too. I don't know. Cash out fight. Munguia ain't getting it. He ain't gonna fight Charlo. He gonna fight Steve Rose again or somebody like that. Watch. He gonna fight somebody that for sure he probably could knock out. Probably gonna knock him out. He probably gonna fight one more time, knock out somebody, some unknown, and then retire. That's probably what Triple G plans is. He ain't never gonna get in there with Andre. Lady Skywalker, salute, Queen. Appreciate you for stopping through. And salute. Shout out to Bam Rodriguez. He did his thing last night too, man. Where Ghost ass at? Ghost feel like Bam Rodriguez lost last night. Ain't no way in hell. It was a good fight, but he damn sure didn't lose. My bad, John. His fight, and you know what? I think people need to take into account, man. We talking about a 22-year-old dude, 22 years old, and I think that was what was that his 17th fight? Like, man, he actually had a good dance partner last night. That's what made that fight so good. He had a dude that didn't come in there to lay down. Israel Gonzalez came to fight. I never heard of him before last night, but I will watch him again, even though he lost, because he came to fight. And when you got somebody in front of you that want to fight, it just raised your level. Hope Bam can return. Chocolatito Estrada undercard, then fight the winner. Yeah, that'd be dope. I would like to see him fight Chocolatito or Estrada, either one, the winner. But it's like you said, hopefully they do that. It is keeping him busy. I think he said he want to have one more fight. Did he say before the year out? I think he said he wanted to have one more fight. God body was good with it, bro. Ain't lose, but I know somebody at 118 will give him hella problems if you fight like that again. Who you talking about, God body? Bam was in there with somebody that actually wanted to fight, man. That's the shit you like to see. That's what you like to see. That was a good fight. You know who else? Ammo Williams had somebody. What was it? Conway guy that he fought last night? That dude came to fight too. They both had guys that wanted to fight. And they both got tested. Ammo Williams got tested last night and Bam Rodriguez. But he didn't get tested in the sense of being about to lose the fight. But he definitely he let you know he got some things to work on. You talking about Monster NUA? Him and Bam. That boy, shit. Monster, man. I like to see him move up. Hopefully we see him and Cool Boy Steph fight one day. Yeah, I know what Monster anyway said about black fighters. Bam, fight like that again. Oh, Antonio Russell. Beat the ass. I got money on that. Yeah, Antonio Russell, a good fighter. That'd be a good matchup. I like Antonio Russell. I think he got a fight coming up too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember no date, but I think Antonio Russell, they got a fight for him coming up. Because I've been wanting to see him for a while. Yeah, man. Final thoughts on this fight. I think it underachieved, man. It didn't do well, in my opinion. It didn't look good and it didn't do well. And like I said, Golovkin should have did more, but I think at 40 he a little shot. Monster anyway, Fulton gonna beat that ass. Yeah, no. So yeah, you got some people that think anyway just get right up in there with him and knock Stephen Fulton out. So I said, shit, let's see it. Let's see it, man. Cool Boy ain't no walk in the park for nobody. What did this win do? Oh, this win over GGG. Man, what y'all feel like this win did for Triple G in his career? I feel like it ain't. I mean, a loss. I don't even think his stock dropped, and I don't think Canelo's really raised. I just think they stayed right where they at after that performance of last night. Only thing changed was the extra win in the win column for Canelo and another loss for Golovkin. Outside of that, they stocks still they stocks. They didn't raise nor drop with wins and losses last night. And I don't know where the hell they go from here because Canelo, man, I'm telling you, he go fight John Ryder, man. Don't say I ain't say so. That man might go fight John Ryder, man. I'm telling you. Cause he claimed he gonna knock out Charlo and Benavidez, but he ain't gonna get in there with neither of them next. What is this about? GGG fights are easy mandatory next. Probably so, Alex. Probably so, bro. I just be wanting to be clear, man. I don't hate Canelo in no way, shape, or form. I just don't think he's what they bill him as. He a good fighter. I feel like he passed his prime. People don't want to admit to it, but I think he is, man. I think that's a real thing. I think he really passed his prime. You know what I'm saying? I do. And I feel like Triple G is too. I don't know where he go from here, but in my opinion, Triple G should just hang it up. I think he should just call it a career. I think he should hang it up. Unless, because again, unless he in there to try to win a title, or maybe he's still a champion at 60. I don't know what the case is, but Triple G, man, he old, man. He food right now for the top fighters at either division, whether it be 68 or 60. But I think he's going back down to 60. Jesse's biggest challenge at 115, Junto Nakatani. I be hearing a lot about him, man. I'm gonna go watch some see what I could find on him, look him up, because Knockout bringing him up some months back, and I'm starting to see people mentioning him more. So I really want to see what he got. I ain't really watching fight yet, so I ain't never watching fight yet. Matter of fact, Junto. So I'm gonna type this in so I can remember to look for him. But yeah, man, just to give my final thoughts, man, that this trilogy could have delivered a lot more. Don't forget, just do Canelo keep doing that walkaway shit like he got some technical skills. Yeah, I don't know what that is. He's still admiring his work. Yeah, that's bluffing too. That's that bluffing. When he be tired, he be a little tired. I think some of the times he's doing that shit, taking them little strolls, man. Your ass is tired. But ultimately, this wasn't a legacy fight at all. This was definitely a money grab 100% of the way. You know what I'm saying? Canelo got $45 million extra dollars and Golovkin got 20. That's why they was embracing, hugging, feeling all good. And they ain't even had to take an ass beating for it. They ain't even really had to beat each other's asses for it. You know what I'm saying? Real bad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all just gave me something to watch, Alex. Some Junto Nakatani. But I wasn't going to keep y'all here too long anyway. I just wanted to do my quick thoughts on this post-fight. Again, this trilogy just didn't deliver. It could have, but it didn't. Triple G is past it, just like I knew he was. They aged him out effectively. They knew this dude wasn't in a position to really do nothing with Canelo at this point. But this fight also showed me that Canelo might be a little more past it than what people think too, because in my honest opinion, he could have did a lot more against this version of Triple G. But it just goes to show you that they're not that far apart in terms of skill and shit, being in their physical prime. They both a little past it to me. That's why this fight underachieved. And that's just what I'm sticking to it. We're going to see where Canelo go from here. The track record is the track record. He consistently giving us fights we don't want. Meanwhile, making, big paydays to do it. You know what I'm saying? Ammo Williams, he did his thing last night. He still got work to do, of course. You know what I'm saying? He got some work to do. He fought a big guy, big game, tough fighter in there in Conway. But he still got the job done. Hurt his opponents a few times. Busted his nose up pretty good. Couldn't get him out of there. Triple G and Canelo ain't even scratch each other. And Bam finally fought somebody that stood up to him and actually fought back the whole fight. But I feel like he picked the better shots. You know what I mean? Dude was busy in spots, but Bam picked the better shots. Better punch variation. He kept a good pace the whole fight. And it was just all around good performance from Bam. So it was a solid card, but like I said, the main event it didn't deliver for me, and they could have did a lot more. But I ain't gonna keep y'all here too much longer, man. That's my thoughts on this post fight, man. I'll be back later with something else, man. Appreciate everybody in the building. Y'all smash that like button on the way out. Your boy Just will be back with another one in just a bit. So y'all stay tuned, man. Appreciate the family. I'm up out of here.